Hey guys, Josiah here with Aesthetyx Fitness. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how to get a six-pack. Alright, so before we get started, make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out and of course notifies you guys every time I come out with new informational content for you because you guys don't want to miss that. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's get started. Alright, so getting a six-pack, having abs, what that really means is just the erectus abdominis muscle, which is the sheet of muscle that helps control both the flexion and stabilizing of your trunk or your core, is visible, that you have a low enough body fat percentage and enough muscle tone in order for that muscle to be displayed when you take your shirt off. Okay, so every person on the planet actually already has abs. Everybody has that rectus abdominis muscle sheet on their stomach. However, for most people, it's not visible because it's being covered up by a layer of subcutaneous fat. So the way that you get a six-pack is not by doing abdominal exercises like crunches, it's actually by removing that layer of subcutaneous fat in order to reveal your abdominal muscles. And contrary to popular belief, it is actually physically impossible to spot burn fat. So when you hear people talking about a belly fat blasting workout or a detox that helps you burn belly fat, that's completely fabricated fiction. That's not a real thing. It's actually physically impossible to target the area on your body where you want to burn fat. It'd be really nice if you could do it, but you can't. And there have actually been a number of scientific studies on this, in case you're wondering. In a study by Visput et al., they had a group of people do targeted abdominal exercises in an attempt to burn belly fat, and throughout the course of the study, they demonstrated that there was actually no reduction in subcutaneous body fat through those abdominal exercises. You see, when you are in a calorie deficit and burning body fat, which is the only way to lose weight and the only way to reveal a six-pack, your body is going to decide where it takes the fat from. Basically, based on your genetic code, you're going to have specific areas of your body where you are more predisposed to carrying body fat. This is called your body fat distribution. For men, most men at least, it's generally in their stomach and around their waist and their lower back. For women, it's usually in the breast tissue, buttocks, and thighs. So that's why you see women have sort of more of a curvy hourglass shape, whereas men kind of get the beer gut. It's because of genetic body fat distribution. A lot of it has to do with hormone levels and also your own genetic makeup. Now, for some people, this isn't the case. There are guys who carry a lot more body fat in their glutes and thighs, whereas they don't carry it at all in their abdominals, and they can have a six-pack while having sort of puffy-looking arms and legs. It's rare, but it does occasionally happen. And no matter what anyone tells you, there is no way to change this short of altering your hormonal profile. So sometimes if people do start taking exogenous hormones, it's theoretically possible to change their body fat distribution, but again, still not possible to spot burn fat no matter what kind of workout or supplements you're taking. So if you really want to reveal that six-pack, the key is to diet down to a low enough body fat percentage. And for most people, given the average body fat distribution, for men, that's going to be around 10% body fat. That's when your abs are going to start really showing development and you're going to be able to see sort of the lines separating the individual insertions of your rectus abdominis muscle. And something I'd really like to point out is that not everyone actually has a six-pack when it comes to their rectus abdominis. It's one large sheet of muscle, and the divisions in it are actually entirely based on genetics. You'll see some people where they have it divided into 4 segments, 5, 6, some people get 8. It all depends on your genetic makeup. So if you unfortunately burn away all of your fat and realize that you kind of have a lumpy misshapen 4-pack, it's not that you need to keep burning fat, it's just that that's the genetic makeup of your rectus abdominis muscle, and unfortunately you kind of lost the genetic lottery. But having a lumpy misshapen 4-pack is better than having no visible abs at all, and so the key to getting there is to diet down to a low enough body fat percentage. For men, that's going to be around 9 to 12% body fat, and for women, 16 to 17% body fat, again dependent on your body fat distribution dictated to you by your genetics. Now I'll be honest, most people, myself included, when they first start dieting down to attempt to see their six-pack for the first time, often underestimate the body fat percentage. You see a lot of people, again, when I first did this myself included, saying, I'm at 10% body fat, but I can't see my abs. Let me tell you something. Chances are you're probably not at 10% body fat. You're probably at about 13 to 14, maybe even 15, 16% body fat. The reason is you're gonna start seeing some vascularity in your arms and more definition in your chest, and you're going to really feel yourself leaning down, but your abs still won't be visible because, again, if you genetically hold more body fat in your stomach region, it won't be visible yet until you really reach that 10% mark. So if you're noticing yourself getting leaner, but still aren't seeing your abs, chances are you're still not down to 10% yet, so you just gotta keep going. However, for some people, if you are just starting training and you're what's called skinny fat, where basically you have almost no muscle mass, but a high percentage of body fat, even if you do diet down to about 10% body fat, your abs may not be quite visible. And in your case, if you're noticing you're kind of looking like you're wasting away, you're going to want to start to add muscle mass to your frame first, build up your lean body mass, and then try to cut away the fat in order to reveal your abdominal muscles. Another common misconception, a myth, if you will, that I want to dispel is that you need to do cardio to see your abs. And that's actually not true. All that cardio is really useful for in the case of trying to see your six-pack is that it burns calories. So if you are having trouble staying in a calorie deficit, doing additional cardio can increase your overall calories burned in the day and therefore make your calories consumed in a deficit compared to what you're actually burning. So if you're already in a calorie deficit with your nutrition and your regular weight training, you don't technically need to do cardio. It's great for you, it builds up your cardiovascular endurance and is good for your health, but it's not strictly necessary. You can, and in fact I did when I first started cutting down, you can absolutely get a full-on sharp six-pack without doing any cardio whatsoever. It's not strictly necessary as long as you are in that calorie deficit. However, if you're a person who likes to eat a little more, some strategically placed cardio can definitely be helpful in getting you there. So there really is no secret to getting a six-pack. It's just a matter of science, like most things in life, which is get yourself in a calorie deficit, continue burning calories and lowering your body fat percentage until you reach a spot where you can see your abs. And at that point, if you want to highlight them more and gain additional core strength, there are some core and ab exercises that are really useful for that. So they've actually done EMG studies showing what the most effective exercises are for your upper abdominals, lower abdominals, and your obliques, which are the muscles basically to the sides of your abs. And these are going to be the ones that activate your ab muscles the most and help contribute the most to overall stimulus of the muscle. So scientifically speaking, the three best ab exercises are, for your upper abs, crunches with your arms extended, so basically your standard floor crunch, but with your arms straight out in front of you the entire time. For your lower abs, hanging leg raises, where you hang from a pull-up bar and lift your legs to a horizontal position and lower them back down again repeatedly. And for your obliques, it'll be side bends, so where you grab a dumbbell in one hand, hang it at your side, and use the other side of your abs to pull yourself back up to standing after you bend down to that side. So with those three exercises, after you are at a low enough body fat percentage, you will see great development in your abs and core strength as a whole. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching as always. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed the video and found it informative. Comment down below with your suggestion for topics for me to cover in future videos. And of course, subscribe to this channel because I have new content coming out every Monday and Friday to help you train smarter and look better.